All right. Like the title says, this video is about using hate to motivate. So I'm just going to get straight into it. Alright, so, like, when I did make some friends after that day, if you want to go back a couple videos, then you'll see, like, the video about how I got saved by being good at sports as far as my social life. Um, like as the years went on or whatever, like I unfortunately got classified as a kid. Like even when people didn't know me like that well, like they knew me but didn't know me that well, they would call me Point Dexter behind my back. And I don't blame them because, like, I straight up, I looked like Harry Potter before Harry Potter was Harry Potter. Like, I had the bowlish type cut and the glasses and, like, just, like, so much stuff. My brother's friend actually drew a little scar on my forehead, and I went around, walking around the streets wearing a robe one time. but, oh, yeah, and they gave me some glasses, too. But anyways, like I just like I don't know what it was. I mean, especially like I broke my arm twice in middle school in the same year. Like I literally broke my arm, had a cast for months, got the cast off, and within a month I broke it again and was in a cast again. So like up until then, like I wouldn't say I did horrible or whatever. Like, I wasn't the best, but I didn't do like horrible. But this like notion started going around that it's like, oh, Stork's gonna graduate high school. Like, it became a whole thing. It started out as like a homie type thing, that like it didn't really bother me. Like, and like it was just kind of like an inside joke, I guess you could say, that it is what it was. Like I didn't care about school. Like I just didn't. I just assumed that they were gonna push me through to the next grade because that's always what happened. I would go, I would mess up, I would go to summer school, and then I would get to the next grade. I just assumed that that's how it would be. I would learn later that's not how that works. So we'll get to that way way down the long down the line, if YouTube permits me. But I just assumed that it didn't matter, and it really like it became a joke. And like I can even remember one of my friends saying, this was back when MySpace. Do you remember when MySpace you could put like your little like quote at the top or something? Like I can't remember exactly what it was or what it was called, but you could have like this little like quote at the top that was like kind of by your picture or whatever. And there was someone else that was older at my school, and his like, you know how sometimes you're friends with people on MySpace or Facebook that you don't even talk to, but you know them in real life, and it's whatever. But anyways, his thing was, I don't give a F if it's not healthy for me. And I was told many times that that reminded people of me, which, like, I don't know, like, that I'm not going to say that that's a stretch. I'm not at all. I'm not going to say that. But I'm just saying that's the level that things are on. But what started happening is more and more people started getting involved, and then people would start making these like propositions, like, or like, I don't even know what to call it, but it would be like, oh yeah, if Stork graduates high school, like it would be like, imagine like the goody two shoes kid that's never he's never even like walked across jaywalked. You know what I'm saying? Like just like the cleanest cuttest kid ever would be like, oh yeah, if Stuart graduates, I'll smoke a cigarette. And like someone else said, what was the, I can't remember, I don't remember. There was so there, like that was the first one that I can remember. But more and more people would say stuff like, oh, I know, another one was someone said they drink a beer. And it was another, like, he ended up going to USC. So like he was an athlete and all that, whatever. But he was like, yeah, I'll drink a beer if Start graduates. But it wasn't in like they weren't trying to motivate me. They were trying to put me down. Like they were trying to say like it's never I'm gonna throw the it would be like a vegetarian saying I'll have a fat T-bone steak if Stork graduates. Like it was a joke. Like it was like people saying stuff that they would never do in a million years if I graduated. That's how far the idea was in people's minds. So I didn't even like really take that too hard or anything, honestly. Like it really didn't like like actually that's bullshit. It did affect me. It did, like, it pissed me off, like, it for real, it did. And like at one point, at a certain point, I got to like be like, all right, I'm gonna show these guys, like I'm gonna show them, that I can do this. I'm gonna make them eat their own words. I'm gonna make that goody two shoes kid. I'm gonna show up with a full pack of cigarettes. Like I'm gonna bring the kid who doesn't drink a 40. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was a vegetarian, I'd bring him a steak free of charge. Like I don't know what it was, but a fire got built up underneath me that I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna let them win. I'm not gonna let them be right. I'm not gonna let them have the satisfaction of being like, oh yeah, he was a nobody. He didn't do anything. Blah blah blah. We were right. We called it. Blah 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 blah. So, and like I had a very very irregular high school experience that like I could that's gonna have to be a whole nother video, but like I didn't just have a normal high school experience by far. I don't think there's anyone that has the same one that I do. I have yet to meet, and I've met thousands of people. So anyways, like that was always in the back of my head, always in the back of my head, of just the way they would cackle and like just because they like thought it was so improbable that I would be able to accomplish that. So like even despite me getting expelled from two different schools, I still, by the time it was my senior year, and actually no, my junior year, when I got to my final school, my third school in junior year, my counselor like kind of did some math, and actually no, she didn't do the math till the next year. In junior year I had like those classes that you do packets instead of the actual work. Like it's literally just kids doing packets. I know the packet people know what I'm talking about. Not all the regular student, scholar, whatever, but like there were classes where you just go in, like biology, I never touched a test tube. Like it was just the textbook and a packet. And I couldn't tell you how many classes that I did like that. Like so I was playing immediately when I got to my final school, which was Redondo High. That was when it kind of like hit me like, yo, like I need to kick myself into gear to like this is not gonna be good for me, like I gotta figure this out. And actually it was sophomore year. My counselor looked it up and she said, wow, you're supposed to have like a 3-digit number of credits, and you have a 2-digit number of credits, and it's a low 2-digit number at that. So I had to do. I'll tell you what my day consisted of. All right, and Redondo is block schedule, so every class is 2 hours. You have 2 hours. You go to 3 classes one day, 3 classes the next day, and then there's one day that I think every class is an hour. I think on Friday they would do that, so it would go by really fast. It was actually kind of cool. It sounds like it sucks, but it was actually pretty cool. So, anyways, this is what my day would consist of: zero period getting to school for zero period because I needed those credits. Uh, then I would go to a class that was the packet class. Then my next class, like I'll give you the Monday version, the short version, okay? So it would be zero period, then first period would be like English, second period would be like, I don't know, the packets. Then the next period would be the packets again. Then I would have to do independent study. Then I would have to do SCROC, which was the Southern California Regional Occupation Center, which it's basically night school. So I had to do that, independent study, and I still didn't have enough credits. Like, I can remember going into my counselor's office, and she said, like you're so lucky that they just implemented this program that has to do with the computers. These computers, they just finished putting them in, and I put you in for that class. And it was basically like the packets, but on a computer. Most of the time I was on Craigslist, honestly, but I got my stuff done. And like, but it was a moment where like I thought I was good because I had been busting my you know what, and like all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, you're short like 20 credits, and you have, and this was senior year, like within like a semester or two to go or something. There was not a lot of time. Like people say the skin of their teeth. I don't understand that. Like I don't, but like I barely made it by, man. Like it was like it was almost, it was shocking to me myself personally, but at the same time it wasn't, because I knew that I put in the work. And when you put in the work, you tend to get results no matter what it be, you know. Like if I was a gym head guy and I put in the work, like I could probably be ripped, but I'm not that dude, and I'm not going to be that dude. So it is what it is. I'm fine with not being that dude, but I could be, you know, if I wanted to, you know, and anyone could. You could too. Like anybody could. So it's just, I just thought that that was an important story to share, of just how like I turned a joke. Oh, and the ironic part of it is some of the people, not only, actually there's two ironic parts. The first part is the people, guess who I went to go see when I graduated high school? When I finished getting my diploma and walking with my class and everything, and there's photographic proof, and I got my diploma. I should have had it out for the video. But guess what? Nobody went through on what they said they would. Nobody, not one person. Not one person. I would show up with whatever they said they would do. I'd say, here you go. Here you go. I would even like put it down to be like, here, just take a drag of a cigarette and I'll call it even. Wouldn't even do that. Guy with the beer, just take a sip of the 40 and it could be cool. No, I can't, man. I'm going to college and all this stuff, and it was just like so those people, like I made them eat their own words, which that felt amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've definitely like had some feelings, and that was one of like a good one for sure. And the other ironic part is some of the people that were saying I wouldn't graduate, they didn't graduate. So like what was that all about? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like there was multiple people that they didn't even get a diploma. They didn't get like they probably ended up in jail or something. I don't know what, but it just was like there was people that like I was the one with my diploma, and I was kind of like looking around like, you know, granted I was at a different school and all that whatever, but still at the end of the day it's kind of like, you know, where's everybody at? Where's the lynch mob at? You know, like I'm right here with my stuff. Like where's everybody at? Like, you know, don't you guys want to take a look? Don't you guys want to make sure it's real, that I didn't fake it or what? Like, you know, but nope. So that was just a way that I personally used hate to motivate, and I think it's a good lesson just for anybody. There could be tons of different scenarios where that could come in handy, and I've probably done it other times since then, but that was definitely like the first time that I did it, and it just felt, there's something about making somebody eat their words, and just making somebody, showing them wrong, proving them wrong. You know, there's just something about it that like you can't put a price on it. You can't really even describe the feeling, but it feels good. And I hope that I hope nobody's getting hated on, and I hope everybody's motivated to do whatever they want to do. Even if that's just sit at home and do nothing. If that's what you want to do it, homeboy. Like, for real. Like, have and do what you want to do. Relax. Enjoy your time on this earth. We only get one. All right, you guys. Take care.